P50 GPS Drone Operation Video. Drone Accessories Showcase. Charging Demonstration. Do not use a fast charger to charge the drone. Take out the drone's original charging cable. Connect one end of the charging cable to the drone's battery. Connect the other end USB plug to a charging device to begin charging. The LED indicator will remain lit during charging. The indicator will turn off when fully charged. Remote controller charging demonstration. Connect the charging cable to the remote controller and plug the other end into the remote controller to charge. The LED indicator will glow red while charging. The indicator will turn off when fully charged. Precautions before operation. First, remove the drone. Unfold the drone's front arms first, then unfold the drone's rear arms. If you unfold the rear arms first, the front arms will be blocked and cannot be unfolded. Ensure the drone is placed on a level surface before starting it. Install the obstacle avoidance module. Install the drone battery. Drone activation and flight demonstration. You must complete real name registration before flying the drone, otherwise it cannot take off. First, download the drone app and the software. Press and hold the power button to turn on the drone. Then connect to the drone's Wi-Fi. Select the Wi-Fi network starting with HF to connect. Once connected, open the drone app. Tap the icon in the bottom left corner. Then tap the drone real name registration process. Scroll down to find the drone information QR code and take a screenshot. After taking the screenshot, return to the home screen. Open the app. Tap to proceed with real name authentication. After confirming your real name information is correct, you will be redirected to the facial recognition interface. Tap the Login button. Check the consent box and tap Start Facial Recognition Verification. Once facial recognition is complete, tap Return to App. Tap Scan QR code to retrieve drone information. Tap the album icon in the top right corner. Select the QR code image you just screenshotted. This will automatically populate the drone product information. Tap the Take Photo button at the bottom. Take one photo of the drone's front and one photo showing the identification code. Check the consent box and tap Submit. This completes the registration of your drone's real name flight information. Then tap the My button at the bottom. Tap My Drones. Tap the newly registered drone information and take a screenshot. Then open the drone app. Tap Sync Drone Information. Select the screenshot of the drone information QR code. Once verification is complete, you can begin flying. Drone pairing and calibration. First, review the remote controller's button functions and familiarize yourself with the names of each button. Start by placing the drone on a flat surface. Turn on the drone's power switch. The drone's LED lights will flash. Remove the control sticks from the back of the remote controller. Reattach the control sticks to the remote controller. Insert the memory card. Next, press the power button on the remote controller. When the LED on the drone's front arm turns solid, pairing is successful. Wait for the video feed connection to appear on the remote controller screen. Briefly press the calibration button in the bottom right corner to calibrate the compass horizontally. First, rotate horizontally clockwise until you hear a single beep. Then rotate vertically clockwise until you hear two beeps. Compass horizontal calibration complete. Briefly press the gyro calibration button on the remote controller. The drone's LED lights will flash rapidly. Wait until the LED lights turn steady. Calibration is complete. Wait until all the drone's arm LEDs turn steady and the satellite signal strength reaches 10 or higher, then you can take off. Drone takeoff landing. Press the unlock button briefly to unlock the drone. After the drone is unlocked, push the left stick up. The drone takes off. Pull the left stick down. The drone lands slowly and locks. Basic drone flight controls. Push the left joystick up to make the drone climb vertically. Push the left joystick down to make the drone descend vertically. Push the left joystick to the left to make the drone turn left. Push the left joystick to the right to make the drone turn right. Push the right joystick up to make the drone move forward. Push the right joystick down to make the drone move backward. Push the right joystick to the left to make the drone fly to the left. Push the right joystick to the right to make the drone fly to the right. Speed control function overview. Press the speed control button on the remote control. To adjust the drone's flight power across 3 levels, a series of beeps indicates which level has been selected. Detailed explanation of the camera tilt button. Press the camera tilt button on the remote control. Pressing to the right tilts the camera downward. Pressing to the left tilts the camera upward. Obstacle avoidance button function. There is a one-touch obstacle avoidance button in the upper left corner of the remote control. This button enables or disables the obstacle avoidance function of the drone's top-mounted sensors in all 4 directions: forward, backward, left, and right. After a short press activates obstacle avoidance mode. If an obstacle is detected in any of the 4 directions, the drone will stop flying. Overview of the airdrop button. There is a hook button on the bottom of the drone. Press briefly to open the hook. Attach the rope to the hook, then press the button briefly again to close the hook. Then fly the drone into the air. Press and hold the drop button. The drone will immediately release the payload. Headless mode function introduction. Press and hold the headless mode button on the remote control. Enter headless mode. At this point, regardless of which direction the drone's nose is facing, when the operator moves the directional stick backward, the drone will move backward toward the operator. Press and hold the button again to exit headless mode. Remote control screen button functions. The battery icon in the top right corner displays the drone's battery level. The icon on the left indicates the drone's satellite signal strength. The stronger the signal, the more stable the flight. Next is the remote control's battery level display. Press the photo button briefly to take a photo. Press the record button briefly to start recording. Press the record button again briefly to save the recording. Press the back button and select File Manager to view saved photos and videos. Tap the back button to return to the previous screen. Return to home function. Press the Return to Home button on the remote control briefly, and the drone will automatically land at the takeoff point. During the Return to Home process, press the Return to Home button again briefly. To stop the Return to Home function, the drone will hover in place, and you can then manually control the landing. Precautions for use. The return position of the drone is the drone takeoff position. Be sure to check whether there are obstacles at the drone takeoff point before operation to avoid crashing. Please choose an open scene to fly. Continuous observation of the surrounding environment is required during the return flight to avoid obstacles. In case of signal interference or abnormal operation, immediately press the return button to switch to manual control mode. If you are not proficient in the control, it is recommended that you avoid using the auto return button and prioritize manual control practice. For example, ascending, descending, panning left and right to gain experience. When the drone is low on battery or exceeds the control distance of the remote control, the drone will turn on the automatic return flight. You need to pay attention to the drone battery power and drone flight distance at all times. APP connection instructions. First, open the scan function on your phone. Scan the download QR code in the app manual to access the download page. Note the difference between iOS and Android systems. On macOS, you will be redirected to the App Store download page. After installation, return to your phone's home screen. Turn on the drone. Enable Wi-Fi on your phone. In the Wi-Fi search list, look for a network name starting with HF. Tap to connect to this Wi-Fi network. After connecting, return to the home screen. Open the previously downloaded app. Tap the play icon to enter the live video feed interface. The connection with the mobile app is now complete. Finally, turn on the remote controller to pair it, and you're ready to fly. Indoor mode takeoff guide. First, place the drone on a flat surface. Then turn on the drone. The drone's LED lights will flash. Next, press the power button on the remote controller. Wait for the remote controller to establish a video feed connection. Press and hold the GPS button to turn off GPS. The remote control screen will display indoor mode. Press the calibration button briefly to calibrate the gyroscope. Unlock the drone with one button, then push the left stick up to take off. Propeller replacement and installation. Use a screwdriver to remove the screws on the propeller. Remove the propeller. Take out the replacement propeller. Note that the letters on the propeller must match those on the arm. Then tighten the screws. The propeller replacement is now complete.